Dear students, the topic of today's lecture is Introduction to Culture and Civilization. Let us take a brief view of the definition of the word culture. The term culture is a Latin origin of the word cultus, which refers to cultivating or refining something in such a way that it provides admiration and respect. In finer terms, culture is the way people live reflected in the language they spoke, food they eat, clothes they wear, and the deity they follow or worship. The word deity means the worship of God or Lord or any of the personality by the name of Lord or God or Allah and all those things. It expresses the manner in in which one thinks to do things. In other words, culture is the set of knowledge, experiences, and behaviors commonly shared by a group of people. It is something that a person gains through learning. Culture includes art, knowledge, belief, custom, tradition, and morals, festivals, and values. Morals means ethics, and values are also similar to the foundations of the morals, attitudes, habits, and so on. The second part is the definition of the word civilization. Civilization is described as a process of civilizing, or say, in other words, developing the state of human society. That a process by which a man is being civilized, being polished in to live in a society, in a human society, to the extent that the culture, industry, technology, government, etc. reaches the maximum level. So, in briefly, the term civilization means when a human society reaches the highest level of its development, that is called a civilized nation, or that is called a civilization. The term civilization is derived from the Latin term civis, which indicates someone who resides in a town or a village or in a community area. The term civilization is not confined to town, rather, it talks about adopting better ways of living, making best possible use of nature's resources so as to satisfy the needs of the group of people in a society. The third topic is what is the basic difference between culture and civilization. In a few seconds, I will read to you and explain. The term culture refers to the embodiment of the manner in which we think, behave, and act. That the manners in which we think, or the way which we think and behave or act by our attitude is referred to the culture. On the contrary, and the opposite side, the improved stage of human society, where members have the considerable amount of social and political organization and development, is also called civilization. Our culture describes what we are, but our civilization explains what we have or what we make to use of. Culture is an end, it has no measurement or standards. As against in civilization, we can say, for example, in a civilization, that by looking at the behavior of a community or a nation, we can say this is a civilized nation or a country or a tribe or etc. etc. But against this civilization, there are measurements, but for culture and all this, we don't have these things. The culture of a particular region can be reflected, or it can be seen in religion, art, dance, festivals, literature, customs, morals, music, philosophy, etc. On the other hand, civilization is exhibited in the law, administration, and infrastructure, architecture. We can see a lot of architecture means the buildings, the people make buildings or the monuments and all. So all these things also reflect that this nation or this tribe or this community in the past was having this kind of a administration, law, and religious beliefs. Culture denotes the greatest level of inner refinement, and so it is eternal. Unlike civilization, which is external, that is, it is the expression of the state of art, technology, product, devices, infrastructure, and so on. Now, the conclusion of this, what we have read in this chapter or in this uh, title, is the conclusion is that of the introduction of culture and civilization is that we should not be confused with the term culture and civilization, because both are created by humans, which expresses the way we manage our lives. Let me read this for you again and for myself. We should not be confused, that a person should not be confused to understand the terminology or the word terminology culture and civilization, because both are created by the humans. This is the important point, which expresses, which shows the way we manage or we arrange our lives or our way of living. These two give us the ideas, values, and ways to live a decent and prosperous life. Thank you very much for your time.